Alright, I recorded the whole video before. I got it down to 16 minutes, and then I realized that my big camera, like this, was on. So we're just going to speed through day one because I don't have footage for it. So for day one, I noticed that my squats were a hair too high, and I overshot the RPE a little. I felt like it was a 7.5, maybe even an 8 on a bad day. But we're just going to live with it. The narrower stance makes it easier for me to hit depth because it's very easy to keep my knees up and my hips down than it is for me to, like spread my legs out and still hip depth. I feel stronger with my legs out than with my legs close. So yeah, I said set 3 was lighter than 7.5, and with my close grip bench, I felt like you could have fucking painted dots all the way down to like my belly button, and every single one of those dots would have been touched by a fucking rep during a close grip bench. So on to my actual video. So this is my high bar. I answered a question about Link and Samus. I really prefer Samus, but I think Link is better in certain matchups. I kept the RPE focused on my paws, so the depth felt pretty good. I got a view from the side. Really no question here with my conventional, or high bar. In my last video, I gave you a really good in-depth analysis of Link versus Samus. But I don't really want to go over, 15, 16 minutes. So we're just going with the footage run. Link beats Samus, but Samus is better in a lot of different matchups. Samus for the win. Even though I feel like you're Link favored. So for my bench, I said I have a lot of people asking me about my bench and what I do and how to get it better. And I was like, I'm just about to give you fucking Taylor's email address because, like, it's like I'm moving the weight, but I'm not the one prescribing the weights. I said my butt I need to focus on keeping down, especially this far out from the competition on the 8th. Just let this run. Alright, cool. So this is what my feet look like from the top down. I do a little bit in front of where my shoes catch the little eyelet thing in the middle of the tongue. So am I supposed to be pushing am I supposed to feel the pushing portion of the deadlift from my hamstring or the lockout portion of my hamstring? Sorry, I'm just double checking because I was going to fucking scream if I didn't have this right. My hip is starting to get a little aggravated during the warm-up, but it ended up being not a whole lot. Made me a little bit frustrated, but my hip is felt a little weird from it. My technique in lower back position on set 2, rep 2 was kind of atrocious. It made it kind of an RP 8.5 to 9, and it really depends on whether or not I clean up my form. Rep 1 felt really, really good. A lot of the things that I've been working with, and I sent a video into Bryce when we did a form check Friday yesterday, he said just, retract my shoulder blades. And he also made a comment yesterday that made me like kind of want to choose one of them. He's like, oh, close stance sumo or wide stance conventional. And I was like, this is the best I can do, dude. I don't have very good mobility and my legs are short. Please don't make fun of me in front of all these people. My first set of volume, so the 290 for 7.5 felt pretty good. My hip didn't get worse, and I've been stretching between sets. My final set, which is the one from the side that's coming up, I said my hip wasn't about it. I hit it for 2. I was like, fuck this. And then I took a break, or not like a break, but I went to go get my camera, and I was like, you know what? I want to get Taylor some more footage. I'm not going to hurt myself on this next lift. I want to get it. So this is something else for you to look over. I'm also like hovering in between a weight where the hole below the normal spot in my belt is a little too tight, and the hole that I normally go to on my belt is a little too loose. So like I need to make up my mind. Probably just eat some more before my meet. Hit like 26,000 calories before, or a week for like a few weeks before. So my goal on these squats was to hit depth at like an unquestionable depth, like 100%. Like I made it to the bottom. I felt like I was fucking crushing these triples though. My like legs felt really 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 good. My hooks need to be lowered one on this rack, which is one thing I wanted to talk about. And I talked to my gym owner about getting new bars because this bar like rolled down. Like, look at this. Like the fucking like where the bar is sitting on my back is a lot lower than like right here where it should be, which is where it is most of the time. Sorry you had to see that. Yeah, but squats other than that felt really fine. My legs felt really, really strong. So my bench footage for some reason turned upside down. I don't understand what's wrong with this trimming program that I have on my phone. It does this sometimes. The pins are a little too high where they're touching the pins instead of my chest. They're supposed to be touching at the same time, right? I'll make a note of that, depending on what you say. I'm also going a little too fast. What do you recommend for triceps? I've just been doing cable pushdowns, but like I know skull crushers are the best for like tricep size. I want to know what's best for tricep strength. I don't really care. I don't have a preference, more or less. Bench today felt really bad on my shoulders and into my pec a little bit, like up in this area. Might be from, sleeping weird. Sorry, I was just double checking because I was going to scream again. My sets would have been a lot better, and a lot of the sets at 255 would have been a lot easier if not for the bar rolling down my back onto my fucking lat yesterday because of whatever. And I know you said go to a powerlifting gym. There's no really close powerlifting gyms close by to me, so I'm going to have to either buy my own bar and take it to the gym or get the gym owner to buy better bars. So I wrote a lot of stuff for my deadlift. So here's my conventional. I did a lot of conventional stuff today. So I need to step it up top because there's too much going on in my gut hip area to properly brace. Not conventional specific, but I've been locking down the upper back and scapula. That's what Bryce said in his form check Friday. I didn't want to usurp you or anything like that, but Bryce is doing free form checks. I figured I might as well submit the same footage that I sent to you. He said the exact same shit as you, and basically just focus on locking down those lats. What I learned this week is if I don't focus up before my setup, different deadlifts cause me different problems. My sumos cause me more problems with my hip. My conventional causes me more problems with my lower back. I said it's very hard for me to get into a good position with a belt on because I'm fat. I kind of think of a funny way to say that. Uh, I need to get incredibly low. It almost feels like a squat with the bars in my hands to like get down to the bar. Even then, that's like I can't even move that. So I tried 365 conventional, didn't move. Tried 325 and found that I still had an incredible amount of strain in my lower back. And so I got a video of me doing 320 sumo with a pause, like a slight pause. And even that, with my lower back rounded, felt like a 6.5 to a 7 as opposed to like, like a 10, which is what they were in conventional. It's like, see, like I get it up to my knees and it's just like my lower back is like doing all this damn work. Whereas like when I pulled sumo, which you already have a ton of sumo footage of me, like, or close stance sumo, I'm able to pause it, camera falls over because I'm that fucking strong. I don't know if you saw the eye roll because the camera's really small. And at this point, I have nothing really constructive to say about my deadlift. My hips feel tired even from conventional deadlifting, and I hope that you have enough footage. Even if my angles suck, for you to critique my deadlift, give me something to look forward to about my deadlift, something I can work on. Because I know I'm a frustrated strength coach client. Fuck yeah, I'm almost at 12 minutes. So I'm gonna talk for a little bit. That's one of my big things. Like I follow frustrated strength coach. I don't know if you do. I know you know what it is. I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, oh yeah, I'm maxed out every day. We're like, oh, I don't follow my coach's things, but like that's kind of the vibe I got when you told me to buy the hip circle, because today I was like, this is the best purchase I've ever made, including my belt, which I bought, when I was like 20. But I don't really know what's going on with my deadlifts, and I'm not really beating myself up over it. Like, I feel like after my hip got injured, I stopped really, losing sleep and being really, really concerned over what my deadlift is like. Whatever my deadlift is, it's always going to be my trouble lift. Even after I fix some issues, I'll get to a point and it'll be my trouble lift again, just like it has been. So this meet coming up, it's like, whatever my deadlift is, It's not. I'm not going to qualify for a national team. I'm not going to qualify for this, that, whatever. My only real goals coming up for the meet coming up are I want to squat 500. I think that'd be really cool. Be my first lift over 500, which I don't know. You squat over 500 all the time. You are like not infinitely, but like an integer greater than 1 stronger than me. 500 would be really cool to squat. I don't know if it would get white lighted though, considering my problems hitting depth recently. It'd also be really cool to hit 365 bench, or at least a new bench PR, like something above 335, which I'm kind of confident I will do. I don't know what your plans are for my first and second attempts, but I really think in my second attempt I could hit my first attempt and second attempt I could hit over, 315 and 335 respectively. I think I can hit I think the breaks are 320 and 340 something. Sorry, I dropped the cap. 340 something for first and second attempts. We're getting kind of close to that date. We can start talking about what you think of attempts. But yeah, this end of the video. Cutting it short for 15 minutes. Enjoy your extra 5.5 minutes of free time.